Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I thought we could go ahead and discuss something that just popped into my head earlier and I thought it would make a fun video. So today we're going to be talking about the eyeshadows that I really love to use as highlighter. I personally love using eyeshadows for my brows, for bronzer, blush, highlight, for setting underneath my eyes if the shade is right, and just kind of having fun with it and not putting rules on where the eyeshadows are supposed to go. I mean, it can depend. Sometimes if there's like a shadow that might dye your skin or you're more sensitive, you might have to be a little bit more careful. But I would say I've never had any issues putting eyeshadows on the top of my cheekbones. So today I just thought I'd go ahead and pull out all the eyeshadows, and they're actually all in palettes. I'm sure that there's some single shadows that I could pull out too, like Makeup Geek Shimma Shimma would be like my top one that I could think of that I like using as a highlighter, but today we're just focusing on eyeshadows and palettes, and I figured I'd just go through, show you my favorites, swatch them out, and maybe if you own any of these palettes, you could get some inspiration for these specific shades, and if you don't, then maybe it could just give you a good like little reminder to pull back into your eyeshadow palettes and maybe give them another look, see what else you can use them for. So let's go ahead and jump on in. So one of the oldest palettes in my collection that has an eyeshadow that I love to use for highlighter is the Juvia's Place, the Masquerade palette. This shade, oh gosh, I can't even open it. This shade right here called Giza, I have used as highlighter so many times. This palette is a bit older, so it's not as creamy as it once was, but it's just a really nice, neutral, almost icy shade, and I feel like, yes, it might emphasize texture just a little bit because it is meant to be an eyeshadow, but it's one of those highlighters, or it's one of those eyeshadows that as highlight looks so intense on the cheekbones. So I just really love this one, and pretty much anytime I'm pulling back into this palette, I feel like I pull out this shadow for my cheeks. So there's what Giza looks like. It's actually super creamy considering how old it is, and you can see it just has a really beautiful reflect to it. So I mean, you kind of see it as we go through the rest of the palettes here, but majority of the time when it comes to highlighters or eyeshadows that I put on my face as highlighters, I like to go for an eyeshadow formula that's a little bit more like satiny, a little bit less intense. I don't normally go for things that are glittery. So I feel like anytime I use a shade that's similar to my skin tone, and even if I put it on my lids or my inner corner and I'm kind of like, ooh, that's a little bit boring, that's like not as much as I would want it to be, I still try it on the cheeks because I feel like sometimes the light just hits differently on the cheeks. Actually today, just tell you, I have a video, I'm not sure if it's live yet or not, trying the ColourPop Limoncello palette, and I have this shade Touring on my cheeks today, which is what inspired me to do this video. So next we have a little palette from Natasha Nona. This is the Natasha Nona Camel palette, and this shade right here is a perfect example. It's just a very like light, satiny, neutral shade, and this is another one that I really like to use as highlighter. This one has like a little bit more warmth to it, but you can see it's not like all that intense, it's not reflecting that much. If you put it on your eyes, like it adds a little bit of oomph, but not a bunch of pizzazz or anything like that. So to me, that's kind of, that's what makes a perfect highlighter. So here's from the Camel palette. This one's pretty close to my skin tone, so again, it's a little bit more of a subtle option. Okay, next I have this palette, and I'm not even sure if it's still available. I hope that it is, but I felt like I had to include it because so many shades work as beautiful highlighters from here. So this is the Sugar Crystals palette from Violet Voss, and it has an entire row right here of light kind of duochrome-y shades. I guess I could just go ahead and swatch them all for you really quick, but it's basically just a rainbow. So you've got some pink, some orange, yellow, green, blue, and then there's also a purple I'll get next. So I feel like, oops, I would just do that. That's the worst swatch ever. I feel like these are a really beautiful formula as well because they're a bit more satiny, but if you're looking for eyeshadows that you can use on the inner corner and then also on your cheekbones and kind of do that matching moment and have it be a little bit more colorful, I feel like this palette is so nice for that. So there's what those look like. Super, super pretty, just a bunch of different options. And then depending on your skin tone, some of these in the middle row, like I feel like these shades here could work as highlighters too. So I really, really love this palette to pull back into for highlight. So this next palette is more of a recent favorite when it comes to the highlighter shade in here. This is the Ace Beauté Classical Paradise. This shade right here called Barley is just really beautiful again as a highlighter. It's one of those like kind of golden but still pretty icy shades. The formula is pretty creamy, pretty metallic, but again, it doesn't really have any like shimmer or glitter in it, so it works well for my personal preferences. See how pretty that is? And then when you like blend it out, it just has such a stunning sheen. I was about to say too, I'd be so curious. This is obviously for my personal preference. These shades work really well if you have fair skin, but if you have favorites from different palettes, please feel free to leave them down below. I'd be so curious to hear what you guys love if you do the same thing. I'm sure a ton of you do. Next we have the Menagerie Whale Song palette, and I have almost hit pan on one of the shades in here. I actually forgot about it until recently, and then I pulled it back out and I was like, oh yeah, I loved that shade for highlighter, so I really want to use this more again, but here is what we're working with. This shade Pearl right here, I did not love it in the palette. I just feel like the color is not quite right. I feel like it's not doing all that much for me as an eyeshadow, but then when you put on your cheekbones, because Menagerie has a little bit more of like a metallic, like not as special formula, this shade in particular just works perfect as highlighter. So hopefully you can kind of see the dip that I have going in there, but it's just like a light kind of like neutral with a little bit of a pinkiness. Like, you know what, it's not even that pinky. I feel like it just looks pinky compared to all of the shades around it, but I love this one again on the face, giving a little bit more of a rose gold vibe, honestly, compared to the other swatches around it. Okay, next we have one that I actually did hit pan on. I'm sure you won't be surprised at all. This is the Enduring Love palette. I love using this shade for highlighter and for eyeshadow, but Romeo right here is literally the best soft pink eyeshadow highlighter combination. It is truly like such a soft satin finish. Like, it's really thin, but it just looks so pretty on the cheekbones. That shade is everything. I love it, love it, love it. Another more colorful option we have is again from Juvia's Place. This is the Tribe palette. I feel like actually a lot of Juvia's Place eyeshadows work beautiful as highlighters. There's a really pretty pink one in the Magic palette. There's some pink, like a pinky duochrome in the Douce palette, and those both look beautiful as well. But I would say my favorite that was like making the top of the top list, this shade right here from the Tribe palette, is so stunning on the inner corner or as highlighter. Highlighter if you're feeling a little bit more adventurous, because it's like a yellowy, greeny gold moment. I know it doesn't scream highlighter, but this, when you've got a grungy eye look going on, is everything. It's just so pretty. I love what a green gold it is. And lastly, for this list, I couldn't not include the Tiny Marvels palette from Sydney Grace and Mel Thompson. I have continued to use this palette, but I haven't used it on camera at all just because it feels kind of overwhelming, like just knowing that Mel's no longer here with us, but I know that this was her creation, so I still want to use it, I still want to feature it. It's just a little bit sad. I'm not sure if it's still in stock right now, but I know that Sydney Grace is continuing to sell this, and all of the proceeds are going to Mel's family. So if you have not bought this palette, I'm not saying that you have to or anything, but it is an amazing palette and I'm so happy to have it. The shade in here that I love to use on my inner corner and as highlight is this one right here called Web. It's just the perfect icy white shade. It's super neutral, and it just, again, it's that Sydney Grace like satin formula. Compared to everything else in this palette, that's the only one I would say is satin. The others are all like pretty intense metallics. But this one on the cheekbones is just so pretty. It's an absolute favorite for sure. I use it all the time. So, I mean, you can see it kind of stands out from everything else swatched. It's just such a light, icy white shade. So I really, really love that one. So those are my top shades. If you'd like to see me do a single shadow version of this video, just let me know. But that is everything. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.